So today we're going to be talking about some updates that have come out about the Mac Baren Sutliff takeover by STG and some more unexpected things that have already started to happen and kind of changes to some previous videos on what you can look forward to and what's going to be happening with these blends and what's going on right now. So let's get right into this. Alright, so if you haven't checked out my other video about the full takeover and everything like that, make sure that you check it out here. I'll put a link. But what's changed since then? So I'm going to do a little bit of a recap here just from the memo that I'll also have up here so that you can read along. But the biggest thing is I want to go over what blends from Sutliff are going to be continuing and Mac Baren. So for Sutliff, we have creme brulee, rum maple, black cordial, vanilla custard cream, Bruno RR, Capstan original flake, St. Bruno flake, and 3 nuns. From Mac Baren's, we have Virginia flake, navy flake, vanilla cream loose cut, mixture Scottish, and VA number 1. The Planta products, we have just Presbyterian mix that's staying. So we already talked about that and we knew that was going to happen. And in this memo here, it says that the production in Richmond, the last day of production in Richmond will be February 28th. And then the inventory will go until it's depleted or March 31st, whichever comes first. And if you've seen anything that's been going on with all this, then you know that pretty much everywhere is sold out for either Mac Baren or Sutliff. And I wanted to get into kind of what happened on some of the websites and what you can expect. So if you haven't been part of the kind of fear buying that's been going on, one of the big places that you can get Sutliff and Mac Baren, stuff like that, for a very good price, and they do great deals, promotions and stuff, is pipes and cigars. They also allow you to do back order orders. So you can basically, whenever something says that it's been back ordered, you can still go in and select the item, how much you want, and then order it. And then when it comes back in stock, it will charge you an auto refill, which is a really nice option that they offer. So a good many people know about that. And when everything sold out from Sutliff, I don't know if there was just so much traffic that came in that we're trying to do those back-ordered sales. But Pipes and Cigars has probably completely removed the option to even look at 95+% of the Sutliff products. They have everything that's remained and that is remaining left up, with a couple of additional things that I'm assuming that they know they're going to have restock of. But it seems like the depletion happened a lot faster, and they got a bunch of back order, and it's looking like, from a lot of what the other people are getting from emails back and forth with smoking pipes and tobacco pipes, a couple people I've seen mention Cup of Joe and stuff like that, that they're not going to be getting refill orders in on this stuff. Now I hope they're wrong, and I hope that we do get refill orders in over time coming back, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I think this is going to be really rough, especially if you like some of these blends. I know not everybody enjoys all these, but there's a lot of us that enjoy a lot of these smokes. And it's rough seeing them leave in such a way. There's been a bunch of people buying up a lot of stuff. Just to see it already sold out, to see the companies just pulling the listings down off their websites, that just tells me that they know they're not getting more. Now, there are a couple of things that I've seen go around that I don't know. I have to look and do my own research, so this is just me kind of guessing. But I saw a couple people mention that STG actually owns smoking pipes and cigars. And if that's true, that's odd that they would just go ahead and remove that down if they are going to be offering it going forward. If that's true, which I'll follow up to kind of let you guys know if I find that out, then that definitely just tells us that we're not going to be getting these blends back in stock. They've already cut production. They're not going to be importing these blends continuing through March, if that's the case. I've seen there is another website that's for overseas that you still can order, not here, not to here, but in Europe, UK, and stuff like that. You can still order like ODF, Bold Kentucky, a couple of the different Sutliff blends, stuff like that, but it's not importing into the US. So really that's just going to show us that I think either they didn't realize how fast their stocks were going to sell out, and now they're kind of just scrambling because they have probably more back orders put in than they can fill, or maybe they're second guessing and looking at some stuff. I don't know. This has just been all over the place. I was lucky enough to get a couple extras of some of the ones that I wanted when there were some random restocks that I had emails in on, which is honestly, if you're not already doing that, a great way to get in on that stuff. This is the first time that it's worked out for me, but I was very happy that it worked out for me in this point. But there's also a whole lot of blends that are being affected by this stuff. We're going to go over some more in another video because there's a lot of blends that people don't realize are getting affected by all of this. And if you enjoy those blends and maybe you're not as deep into all of the political and connection stuff, I want to make sure that you guys know which blends you need to start stocking up on and everything like that. But this just goes to show what a lot of us in the hobby have known for quite a while, especially me missing out on, I took a break from the hobby for 5 or 6 years, come back, and that was when McClellan's went out. So it goes to show you that when we want to really take this as buy up different ones that you want to try. When you try them, if they're not your thing, obviously don't buy any more. If you enjoy them, get some more. But if you really truly find those, your smokes, I would say that if you haven't smoked more than 20 blends, you don't really have your smoke yet, unless you just got super lucky and you found like the one that you love from the beginning, which is a possibility. But I would say broaden, like search out different things. There's been, I can't even tell you how many times just in the past 2 years that I've said, oh, this is my new favorite Virginia, and then I smoke something else and I'm like, crap, well, this is my new favorite Virginia. It doesn't even compare. So just make sure that you guys are testing different things, because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss those ones. And really, a lot of these blends, now, of course, like some of the harder ones to get that people buy out instantly, yes, it's very hard to bulk up on those blends. But, if your favorite blend is a readily available C&D blend or a GLP's, if your favorite blend ever is Westminster, which I love, buy a pound. Buy a pound of it. That's going to, for most pipe smokers, that will last them quite a while. A very long time. Or if you just know that that's your one, buy 2 pounds. It's one of those things where when you get to the point that that's what you want, you should just cellar deep on those. That's why my cellar is so wide, and then now I'm starting to narrow it down to the ones, and really because I've been trying to see which ones that I really, really just want a lot of. So, but back to this with the whole Sutliff thing. If you see some ones that you really think that you may like and they come back in stock, buy them. Just grab you some. It's not that expensive right now. And if you just happen to be lucky enough to see the restocks, why not? It does suck that if you don't know, whether or not that's going to be one of your favorite smokes, you can't just stockpile up then. But I mean, hell, I just saw recently they had a big restock on one of my favorites, which is the Newminster 400, and they had 10 or 15 of the 5-pound bags come up. So there's always options like that. This stuff is with Sutliff, Mac Baren, STG. It's just going to continue to evolve. We have no way of knowing what's actually going on, which is really frustrating for a lot of people. But yeah, so that's really the update right now, is that we were thinking that this production is going to continue, and it's starting to look like, from the responses back from some of these websites and how a lot of them are just closing down listing options, that it may be either we misunderstood the memo, it was worded improperly, but it's starting to look more like it may have been the U.S. is going to just have their stuff depleted, and then they'll continue to have production of those blends in UK and outside of the US until that March date, and then stop the blends, which is great for everyone that is following or watching this that's in UK, Europe. That's awesome. But everybody here in the US, that sucks, because then we're going to be stuck with not being able to get those blends. So there's going to be a bunch of other follow-ups with this, because like I said, we're going to be making follow-up videos as this comes out. We're going to be doing what other blends are affected, and if you stuck around this long, I appreciate the support. I'm actually looking into, because I believe a lot of people are going to start doing this, is I've been wanting to work on my own blends for a long time now. I grow my own tobacco, so why not start working on my own blends? So I'm in the process of getting everything that I need, and then we're going to start a follow-along series as well as I go into the process and start messing around with my own blends. And I feel like that's a lot of where the community is going to start going as we see all these blends fizzle out, because I don't know how confident I feel in the longevity of a lot of the blends and the companies as they're getting bought out. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure you check out my other videos. We do a lot of stuff with pipes, cigars, snuff, scotch, bourbon, all the fun things. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.